Okay, let's just say we're going to talk about mystical meals. Whenever, food is, whatever you eat becomes a part of you. So it's really important to bless it. Take out the impurities of other people who may have handled it before you. Um, because I remember hearing years ago that it's best to grow your own food and just pick it and eat it. Pick it, cook it if you're going to cook it, or eat it raw if you're going to eat it raw. Because every time someone handles your food, they leave their imprint or their vibe on it. So for most of the stuff that we get in the supermarket, I mean, maybe 20 people have handled it before it even gets to the shelf, and then you got people picking over it. So it's really important when you come home. What I always do when I come home from the farmer's market is wash it, set it out on the counter, do a prayer over it, and leave it out. I love how beautiful it looks. Leave it out, for as long as you can, and every time I walk by it throughout the morning, I'm heaping another blessing on it. You want to cleanse it of all other low frequencies, touches, energies, vibrations, and thoughts. And that stays with that food. It really does. When I see people on television, I'll tell you one thing. I don't have I just recently started watching television. But for like 14 years, I watched very little TV, and for the last 3 years, I didn't even have a TV. After they switched over from analog to digital, I didn't bother to update because TV kind of got on my nerves anyway. But recently, I was somewhere where there was a TV, and they had this show on. It was called, I think, The House of Hell, and it had this master chef. I forgot what his name was, and these people are cooking under duress. And I was like, wow. Personally, I wouldn't eat food like that. They're being berated, and there's fear, and there's anguish, and there's sorrow, and it's all going into this food. And I thought, and then I remember when someone called me and told me about another talk show, a morning talk show, and the hostess was talking about beating something and just go ahead and beat that, beat it. I was like, oh no, not me, But anyway, they were bringing food out. This master chef or whatever he was, I can't think of his name, but he was barking orders. Well, they were bringing the food out to people who were in the restaurant, and nobody complained. And I'm sure they didn't bless their food before they ate it. No, in fact, I didn't see it being blessed. But I was like, no, no, no. Treat food. Tread gently. I remember years ago preparing a meal and having music and just blessing the food and putting all kinds of positive energy and vibration into the food. That particular meal was chicken. And it turned out really good. Okay. Well, the next day I was at work, and I had brought leftovers to eat for lunch. And I'm busy at work, I only got like 30 minutes, to eat, and I've got to get back because I'm on a rush. And I'm not even thinking about food. I'm not thinking about the blessing I did the food the previous day. But as soon as I sat down and took a bite of the chicken, instantly I was transformed back into this wonderful feeling. And I was like, wow. I mean, it just cut the rush of the day. It just sent it away, and I was just transported into this beautiful place. And I said, oh my goodness, the vibe is still in the chicken. So it was great. So be very, very careful about the vibration going in your food. Also, I make it a practice of, even if I have to go out to get something to eat, look the person in the eye who's giving you the food that you've ordered and smile. That transfer of food is also very important. And if there's a lot of stuff going on someplace and you're ordering out, or, you know, you might not want to go in there and do that. You might not want to eat there if you haven't placed your order. But if you placed your order and you see some, just take it home and bless it and bless it and bless it and keep blessing it. Okay, that's enough for now. Talk to you later.